Well, hello, and welcome back, y'all. Today we are doing a limited pack build with growing together and base game only. Now, I'm going to do this part here, the building of the shell here on as a speed build, and then I'm going to do the interior and the exterior off camera so that I can concentrate and make sure that I produce a base game and growing together build only. We'll find out if that happens or not. Let me know down in the comments below right now. Do you think I did it? Or do you think that I actually have a few items in there that are not base game or growing together? Let me know what you think. Anyway, here I am putting everything together and trying to figure out, what the layout is and everything. I had absolutely no idea what I was going to do with this build, how I was going to do the shell. I had no thought in my mind except that I wanted it to be base game and growing together. So I was just throwing up some walls, making up some rooms, trying to make it look cohesive. I think I managed to do that. I think it looks pretty good. The windows, I initially just placed them just so that I had windows up, so that I had an idea as to where I wanted to put the windows and to make sure that they fit appropriately within each of the rooms. And I actually ended up keeping them. The one thing that I did move around was the front door. I wanted it in the front, but when I was trying to figure out how I was going to lay out the living room, it just didn't make any sense. It made more sense to have it on the side of the house. So, and then I thought maybe I could just turn the house around, but I didn't want to do that because then that was going to screw up the back door. So I just made it a side entry. I think it worked out pretty good. It's cute and it gives it a little extra something different to look at. And you'll see me playing around with the roof that I always have trouble with. It's not, there's no angles, so it's not that. It's just, maybe I'm using the wrong roof type. And with the different dimensions that I had, with one room sticking out further than another one, it made it a little bit more difficult to put the roof the way I wanted it. But it worked out just fine. I just covered the part I didn't like up with the tree, because that's what you do. When in doubt, cover it with the tree. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you, Lil Simsy, for giving me that little bit of advice, because that has saved my brain so many agonizing hours. I guarantee you that. But hey, I like how it looks. I did also play around with the wall height because I wanted to put in, like, I can't remember what that thing is, the strip that separates the top and the bottom floor. But I just I didn't like it with the taller wall height, with the medium wall height. So I just left it on short wall height and made it work. And I think I made it work. You're going to have to let me know if I actually made it work or not. But I think I made it work. I think it looks pretty cute. We do have a balcony and a patio and a porch. So there's a lot of places for the family to hang out. And you'll see later in the final walkthrough, you'll see there is plenty of stuff for the family to do. It is 2 parents and a child is what I made the house for. Now the backyard, I think I messed it up a little bit, maybe a lot of it. There isn't a lot of actual yard, but it's okay because there's plenty of other things for them to do that is not outdoor related. At one point I had to decide if I wanted a chimney or not, and then I thought, well, if I put in a chimney, do I want a fireplace? And the answer was yes. If I have a chimney, I need to have a fireplace. It only makes sense. Otherwise, why do you have a chimney? Whether the fireplace works or not is a different story. It doesn't matter. The fact is, you have one. So then trying to figure out how to fill it in the backyard, I threw in a pool, and then I had, the paved walkway. You'll see here how I fill up the backyard basically with pavers. And that's all right. They don't need a lot of space outdoors to play in the dirt. There's room in front to do that if they want to, like, throw around the football or play soccer or whatever. There's room in the front yard to do that as well. It's not a big deal. Plus, with the pavers, it allows the child to play marbles or hopscotch if you have those kits or those packs. So all in all, I think it looked really good. I think it worked out really nicely. Everything kind of came together. So here in just a second, we are going to go into the final walkthrough. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you hit like, comment, subscribe. And the only other thing you need to do is blink. Alrighty, we are all done, and I love this. This was so much fun to do. It was so hard, though. I kept having to check back and make sure I was either in growing together or base game stuff. And I don't think I have anything in here that's not growing together or base game. If there is, I don't know what it is. because I'm done. I'm not gonna go back and find it. Sorry. But if there is, it's like one or two things. I'm almost positive. If it's more than that, do let me know, please. Because if I made a mistake, I made a mistake, and I will own up to it, and I will apologize. So, you've seen the outside. Let's go inside. So coming in off of the porch, you are greeted with this beautiful little gnome saying, "Hello, welcome home." And we've got a corded phone that is just for decoration purposes. A little half wall to separate the entryway and the living area. Another entry table over off to the side. I was having such a hard time finding things that fit. That's okay. That's half of the battle. And the reason I did this off camera was mostly so that I could concentrate on what I was doing and make sure that I stuck with either base game or growing together, as this is a limited build, a limited pack build. So again, I apologize if I have anything in here that's not that. But under the stairs, since I can't use the pet stuff, I put in a little rug. I made it smaller by 2, added a few little toys down there so that the puppy would have something to play with. I thought, I've got so many plants in this house, I don't need to add any more. But we've got the dining room table at an angle to match the angle for the kitchen. Rest of the dining room table has family photos within. That was a weird way to say that, but you know what I mean. Some plants and some nectar over here in the corner area. That is the back door. We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to remind you to hit that like button, leave your comments, questions, and suggestions down below, hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget that notification bell. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Then we have the kitchen. I really like how this kitchen turned out. I really do. Those are base game cabinets. The appliances are from Growing Together. Love how it turned out. I think it looks really, really cool. Got my famous fork and spoon. Can't forget those. But I have been, so yeah. I do apologize for not having a lot of clutter, but again, I didn't have a lot of clutter to work with. That worked in the kitchen anyway. Through this door is the half bath for your guests, and we've got a coffee pot, the microwave, and some milk, or creamer, I guess it's creamer. This door here is the office area. It is quite a large office. Love the rug, but we've got some bookcases over there with some stuff on the walls. Ignore that right there in the corner. It's not there at all. We don't know what this family does, but we do have a chessboard and a computer table. No, that's a really weird way to say that. It's a desk, an office desk with a computer. But if you want to call it a computer table, we'll call it a computer table. Not a problem. And then the living room, you saw that. So let's go upstairs. We get over here on the landing. There's not a lot going on here, but we do have a few things just to kind of decorate it up a little bit. This door here is the toddler's room, the child's room, excuse me. They've got some toys strewn about, little reading nook. They've got their Blarfy, a cabinet over here. It's like a locker cabinet. Oh no, wait a second, is that base game? It is. No, I mean, it's not base game. It is Growing Together. Yay. Okay, good. That makes me feel better. Okay, so toys, Blarfy. We got some board games over here, some wall decals, and some Tooth Fairy pictures. Little place to sit and read, and his toy box. So once you start playing in this, a sim will collect all these toys eventually and put them in the toy box. So they won't be strewn about for long, but they're there for now. This door here in the middle takes you outside to the patio where you've got some bamboo growing. Parents, I guess, can sit here and watch the kids play outside or, yell down people down grilling. But we also have a painting easel as well as some plants. 2 more doors. This door here takes you into, I guess, the master bedroom. Well, it is the master bedroom. We've got the beautiful green curtains that match the bed, the rug, the lamps. This is just a really cool, fun, bright room for the parents. They enjoy their time in here. Who wouldn't? And the last one is the shared bathroom. We've got the linen cabinet, a shower tub combo, double sinks with double mirrors. Nothing crazy in here, but that's all right. Doesn't have to be. But I want to go back downstairs. We're going to go back downstairs and we're going to go out the back door And we are going to look at the backyard in first person view. So you come out here, you do have a hot tub tucked away back there. There's a hose in case you need it for the hot tub, maybe, or for the plants, because there is gardening pots down there as well. Go down the stairs, you have a little bitty yard section with some actual grass for the monkey bars for the child. There's also a little tiny splash pad, the pool, a bench to sit and watch everybody in the backyard, and upstairs as well. So there you go. The pool and a little place to sit and maybe, read, have a snack, have a drink or whatever while people are in the pool. If somebody's cooking, in reality, you could just pass the food over the fence. Otherwise, your Sims are going to have to walk all the way around. But that's all right. They can do that. It's not going to hurt anything if they do. However, we do have a back gate as well as a front gate so that you can go in and out of the backyard without having to go through the entire house as you usually do. So there's an overview of the full lot. We take a look down. Here is the layout. The kid has a pretty big bedroom. It's not so bad. There's the bathroom, the parents' bedroom, the landing, and the kids' room, and then downstairs. I love the downstairs. And for most of these, I used the first swatch. I used the default swatch. I think it worked out pretty good. Being the default swatch, they all kind of matched. I was kind of surprised. There's nothing on the porch, doesn't have to be, but there's the kitchen, dining, office, which is a large office. I think the office and the living room are about the same size. Actually, the living room looks to be smaller because this section here is closed off. But hey, at least I remembered the stairs this time. I usually forget that. I did forget the bathroom. Yeah, I did forget the bathroom. That's why the bathroom is like right here. I guess I could have done the bathroom here, but then that would have made for a really weird, kind of funky kitchen. Yeah, it's weird. I always forget something. I always forget either the bathroom or the stairs. But that is the whole build. I hope you guys like it. I hope that you guys like it. I hope that it helps having this be a limited build. If you don't have growing together, well, you're going to be missing a lot of stuff. But if you do, the house will be pretty much done. You can download it off the gallery under hashtag growing together, the letter N base, because that is the title, and I'm trying to make it easy for you to find. Oh, and look, apparently I shared this on September 9th of 1974. Oh, I love you, EA Gallery. That's so cool. I built this so long ago, and it's still on the gallery. It's older than the game. Imagine that. Grief. Love you, EA. Oh, and look, I'm so proud of me. Growing together is the only pack I use, so yay, I did it. I guess it helps when you concentrate and pay attention to what you're doing. So, yay, there you go. It's all base game and growing together. If you guys do download this one and play with it, let me know how it goes for you down in the comments below. If you want to download it and reconfigure it or whatever, turn it into a shell and then make it your own. Let me know if you upload it to the gallery and where I can find it so I can check it out, please, and thank you. And guys, I hope this was fun for you. And until next time, have fun.